Hey y'all, I had to change something. I seen it right here. Boom. I'm like, oh, girl, how you gonna read somebody and you can't use proper grammar on Bible, right? Boo. How y'all doing? I'm doing great. It's Sunday. I hope y'all having a wonderful Sunday, and I hope that y'all off tomorrow because it is a holiday, and I'm off for my morning job, but I'm not off for my night job. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Um, Yesterday I had got okay, so I got my hair cut for growth, and it is not doing the job, y'all. It's not doing the job. I'm not seeing growth, but my hairdresser told me a couple of stuff I need to do, and the process of getting my hair on the right track. Okay, now I think I told y'all my hairdresser I had for about 7 years, probably a little bit longer than that. Probably a little bit longer than that. Um, 7 years, a bit longer than that. I think a little bit longer than that. And when I went to her, she was doing my hair, and my hair was very thin, like it was completely thin. So she was like, "You won't have to cut your hair because you never really cut your hair after you had your baby." So, and my son was like 2 years, so he's about to be 10. Yes, about 7 to 8 years. So she's the only one that I trust on my hair, and the only one I take advice from. But I'm like, where's my growth? Like my growth is gone, and what do I need to do? So I need to cut it again. So yesterday I was kind of bummed out because she just kept cutting. She said, "No, I see some breakage. I see some short strands," and I'm like, "No." So it's not short, but it's not a longer pixie cut that I wanted. I wanted my pixie cut to at least be a little bit longer than what it is now, but it is what it is. It's growth, okay? So, y'all, I had the most amazing morning with my toddler. Um, we played. I heard him laugh. He said sleep. He said e. So, y'all, I'm so amazed by that little boy. It's not even funny. I'm just amazed. So, I got his little blanket, and he allowed me to cuddle up with him. Like he sat on my lap and he cuddled up, and we watched Jurassic Park and until he got bored with it, and then he went to play with his sister, and it was like, oh, I'm not like a bad mom after all, y'all. So, y'all, I could just talk about my children all day long, but I have a funny story to tell y'all, but I gotta get it fixed before I tell y'all this story, guys. So most likely y'all hear this story on Wednesday. Because I don't like it's not my fault or anything like that, but it's like how you gonna talk about somebody's children? You going through that do. So I'm gonna tell y'all the story on Tuesday. Well, on Wednesday, because Tuesday most likely I have to get it fixed on Tuesday. So let's get into this thumbnail because it is what it is. So this morning I ran across somebody else's live that was talking about Medusa's live probably right after Jazz finished her live. Um, if you look up obsessed, you should see Medusa's picture. Now, there's a time and place where you make fun of people, and you don't even know the ins and the outs of what the hell you was talking about last night. That's crazy. Like, normally some of us we have to learn what's going on. And be honest with you, if somebody putting something out there that is statements and documents, it's normally true. It's normally true. But for you to be in California Don't have zero contact with your baby daddy. Um, the information and the tea that you most likely get from anything is probably due to COVID, from whatever it is. Like Lakenya gives you the bare minimum. Chris family gives you the bare minimum. Like, I don't see you actually having any interaction with anybody that has any great tea on Jazz. That's crazy. Because after Chris broke up with Jazz, you should have some hot, steamy December to December the 6th, 2020. You should have that tea rolling in your out of your mouth. But you don't have anything. You should be telling us about the evictions. Not the evictions, but the repos. You should have been telling us about those. Because you know, we know, but we know that you should have known that. Was the car actually stolen? If y'all know the storyline, y'all know the storyline. Did Chris have to ask for money to feed his kids? Because there's some, I'm a mother, so I'm gonna get certain tea from my children when they are hanging out with their dads. Like, oh, so what did y'all eat? And did y'all eat together and stuff like that? Because that one time that Chris supposed to have cooked for Jazz and her 4, and he took his 2, and they probably went out and got something to eat because she was talking about how hungry everybody was. And Chris said, no. And she said, well, let me get off live and let me cook something. Y'all remember that? I don't know if y'all remember that, but I remember it. That Chris will leave Jazz high and dry, pregnant and all. But this is not what I'm really coming here for. I'm coming to show how jealous you are about Jazz. One thing about, we know you're the shit type of women, not the shit. Like, girl, baby girl, and no woman got nothing on me. I think women, it's okay for us to have that confidence. But for you to keep on comparing yourself as you were still attracted to Chris is weird and downright like disturbing. Well, I was always attracted. And since when? How long? Until you discover what's on that tablet? Because whatever was on that tablet, guess what? You was not attracted to him at the time because he wouldn't be so consumed with your tablet watching, his tablet watching. If I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth. You must not have been very attractive if he was consuming his tablet how you described it. Something you don't have. But let me tell you something, Medusa. And now this is real, this is stamped, sealed by the post office itself. Typical men that are DLs, they do date white women. They do date masculine women. They date overweight women because people won't notice or won't question that they're gay or not. That's crazy. So if he was DL and you found a little bit of it out, guess what, darling? You was part of his master plan anyway. That's the reason why it was so easy for him to just come to your house, lay on your couch, bring pieces by pieces. It was okay to get you pregnant. It was okay for you to figure shit out. It was okay. But you left him. You should have left him when you had to go back to California and left his ass in Texas. But he must not have been attractive enough or cared about you enough to go out and get you a job, get himself a job. Because you had to tell us that your dad used to get mad at him because he didn't get no job. See, that's the difference. See, Jazz was okay because Jazz played the storyline with her friend. She didn't care long as it looked legit to her. She didn't care that man didn't like her. She see how that man looked at her because she had to go on live plenty of times to tell us, well, babe, they say you don't like me because you the way you look at me. But babe is still here. You can call her retarded all day long, but she was playing the game. Her competition was Jazz. Not Jazz, but Chrissy. So it didn't matter what he was doing or what he wasn't doing. She had to compete with the rest of those mommies that had a man. Crazy. Now, we look at it stupid, but what did you look at it when he did it to you? Was you stupid too? You moved this man to California with you. Not because you was pregnant and y'all was a happy family. That man didn't have a job. He left you with no options. And I'm going to sit here and tell the world that this man thought I was attractive? No, you was a fool too. But you don't want to play on that part now, do you? We are. We see it. I see it. I see it. It's crazy to me that you got on here and you sat and said that I left all my men for when? You left your second baby daddy knowing he wasn't shit after the first one. Ouch. You left Chris after you figured out what the hell he was doing on his tablet. Ouch. But he had red signs all over. You probably need to sit down. You probably need to sit certain seats down when it comes to Jazz. Not saying I'm a Jazz supporter. Hell to the no. But you look stupid when you're talking about how attractive you were to deadbeats. Who says that? What normal woman says that? Well, no, typical women, we have a baby daddy. They'll say shit like, good luck. And if they're not working out, we don't fucking care. If we have children with other women, I don't think I'm one of those people that needs my kids to have a relationship with their siblings that their dad don't even bring together. That's not my place. That's just not my place. I just don't do it. But as a mother, and I learned the role of personally with my oldest son's grandmother, I learned to not to how can I say this? Not to fight harder than the family member. I'm not fighting. There shouldn't be nothing. My kids should see that I tried, but I don't beg. All my kids should see that. So when the aunties or the grandmothers come and say, I never got the chance to see him, that's on you. But you really don't. Parents probably won't never have a relationship with the outside people. And I'm going to tell y'all a reason why. The story time that she told you about her dad. She was trying to not tear up because there you go again, you playing the pity party, this, poor you. Your dad just moved on with his life. That's all. Your dad didn't do anything. Your dad just moved on, got married to a woman that wasn't your mother, and he figured shit out. But when somebody asks you, hey, what you gonna do with your college? And then you got snooty and say, why are you asking me this? You're not my family. But that's your dad's family. That explains why you so jealous of Jazz. The shit that you was saying, you was you was jealous of Jazz. Because you can't get that. You can't get that support. It's not about even getting support on YouTube from other people. The way you talk to your people that was saying, hey, why are you still talking about her? Well, if you don't like it, you can leave. What kind of, you got 4K. Who are you to tell somebody? Can y'all imagine? Y'all on that live. Y'all genuinely don't want to hear about Jazz from a baby mama that both of the baby mamas is not with the baby daddy. You don't even have conversation with this man. The only details and information you get is watered down by the other baby mama that he somewhat likes more than any of y'all. Not because she wants her life private. She probably don't even fucking care those twins was on live on YouTube. She didn't care. That's the crazy part about it. You, she's probably laughing at you right now, saying, "Hey, she sent her over there, right?" And now she's talking mad shit about Jazz, and you send that child over there not knowing her background. You said it. Shabby Life was before Chris. It was. So when she told you that Chris was dating a YouTuber and you reached out to Lala, for what? Yeah, you reached out to Lala. Because, be honest with y'all, Jazz didn't come out here and introduce Medusa. It was Lala. She was on people's live because the way that she said, I always wanted to be on YouTube. I always wanted to be on YouTube. That's crazy. Why not go to somebody that was always on Jazz's neck? Why not go to the one that's always on Jazz's neck? Because Lala was marathon and like she doing Nika, she was, I think she's giving Nika a break compared to Jazz. That's the real reality. That is. You can't even come on here and talk because you sent your baby over there. And you said the kids need to, your daughter needs to go. He said that the child needs to go to school. Okay. I don't know about anybody that does homeschooling, but you said it. We didn't say it. You said he praised you about homeschooling your daughter, and then next minute he said she needs to go to school. Now, Medusa, I don't know anything about what you're educating your daughter. I don't know. I don't care. But it sounds like, I'm going to be nice. It sounds like you're very butthurt that you're not looking like, in his eyes, the great mother compares to a Kenya or a Jazz. Get over it. You don't want to raise Paris, I'm assuming. But the funny part about it is not the fact that you're obsessed with jazz and you follow all these other people that talk about jazz. That's not even a problem. It's the problem that your son have to get your attention while you on live because you're not one on one with him. Like you was trying to tell us that you was one on one. Y'all, I don't know if y'all notice. Kids need a little bit of love, just a little bit. And you telling me this boy has your attention from at least about let's say 5 hours out in the morning. Because you say, well, I get up and I just love on him and I play on him. You know, kids they get tired of mommy. And every time, and then he gets loud if I shut the door, and then I'm gonna have two babies. Well, darn it, you have two kids. You have three kids. But jazz and coming on here was more important than you turning off your live because your son just wanted you to play. He just wanted to play. Or, vice versa. I'm one of these parents, I let my kids play wherever. But he was such a problem. And it wasn't for me looking in. It was more like he was a problem to you. Because somebody wrote in the comments saying, hey, I love watching your channel, but your son is so distracting. Like if you know you about to go on live, once you give him a bath, and now your time level is different. So if people not watching, that's okay. They're gonna watch. If you got true hardcore subscribers, they're going to watch, right? Um, and if you don't, they don't watch, and you just put it out on the air. And that's all, right? So you put your kids to bed, you do your live, and you do what you got to do. It'll be better. But you like the confusion, or you like, again, just like jazz, you stink a bug for the help build, to help her live, like, oh, stink a bug, oh, stink a bug, oh, my baby. You use your child for, a clutch on YouTube. It's still on YouTube. And a lot of y'all do it. A lot of parents do it. That's part of, breaking off. But girl, your colors is showing. You're jealous. I don't even know why you're jealous of Jazz. Jazz don't have Chris. But you kept saying, well, he was over there, and you basically made it seem like he got a job and he was there with you. It was. But that is an illusion that YouTube has for people in these streets. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I was watching Miss Nettie and Charles, and I could tell that this is a paid relationship. She cooking for Charles is an act. That man can't stand that woman. And we know he can't stand her. He don't even give it effort. When Gerard was out the door, well, like one foot out and the other one wiggling, we saw he could not stand Olivia. That wedding weekend, we saw he couldn't stand Olivia. It's an act. YouTube, more views. Family Channel, more views. Peach, it's an act. We know Wood don't like her. When she got on here crying about her little toy, and she went to a vacation and he didn't want to spend time with her. We knew. But you don't understand. This is an act. These mommies and these people on YouTube, that's what they get paid for. You're the one that's still talking about how he was attracted to you. The man that didn't get a job, you was a convenience to him. He was never in love with you. You was a convenience. You gave him Nike items instantly. It was a convenience. You gave him control over small things. Convenience. You got a charger for him to look good in. Not for you to look good in. But you got him a charger so he can be comfortable when y'all go to Texas. He didn't love you. You sitting here talking about she got him a truck. You got him a charger because he wanted to be comfortable driving to Texas with nobody's income. That's the reason I say you talk too much. We don't say anything. I'm not lying on anything. There's nothing that I'm lying that I can't pull back out of all your videos. He was afraid of the airplane, couldn't control the airplane. And y'all, if I'm not lying, if I'm lying, we can go back to a lot of people that examine her video. So you was not as worse as Jazz. The only thing is you was pregnant with one of your child and you could have walked away a long time ago. You knew this man could not take care of his twins. Because I'm going to be honest with you, he didn't have no job when you met him. He most likely wasn't in school when you met him. So he was just playing basketball at the college. That's all. Because I didn't once hear her say y'all had classes or he was going to class and stuff like that. And I heard that he just come home and you'll have his little Nike suits or his shorts and his snacks laid up in the bed. Where do you think Jazz got that idea from? Y'all remember Jazz came out the woodworks putting roses and $80 on the bed for Chris while her daughter was yearning for a vanity. Where do you think she got that idea from? And we had a field day. But Medusa was the original one that did it. It sucks. But again, if you don't have your own content by April and doesn't revolve around Jazz, you can hang up your YouTube career, do. Because there's always millions of people to talk about. You know? Before Jazz, there was before Jazz, I don't know, there was a Chrissy, a Ace family, there was plenty of people before Jazz. Right? And what happened to the Ace family or the Prince family? And yeah, the storyline just got weirder and dumber, right? But now, who's going to take the place of Jazz? You know, because Nika's already coming out. If it's not Nika, it's somebody else. Before it was a Peach, and now it's $1 million mommy. Aliana. What happens? Because Jazz is going to eventually flip the script. And we're waiting for it. We are. There's always something better that she got under her sleeve. You know, before we got quiet with Jazz, Jazz came out being pregnant. And we had a good field day for a whole fucking year. So, who knows? After September, Chris might come back. Guess who's home? Guess who's coming for dinner? That's the woodwork. You already said what you need to say, Medusa, 4,000 times. Find you some content. I'm not saying leave Jazz alone. I'm just saying find you some content. Or learn Jazz. That's all. You want to come on here and talk about Jazz and you don't know half the stuff you talk about Jazz, learn her content. Because you wouldn't be but hurt about all the people that gave her money. Jazz been pimping. Her baby daddy is the biggest pimp in Texas itself. Okay? And he's such a big pimp, he didn't care about getting in trouble again for choking a girl. He didn't care about that. This man been in and out of jail. Jazz been having cash apps parties, and she's been having. The first time I seen Jazz, right, I was watching her channel, and I thought it was kind of odd that this girl had got a GoFundMe, and Philip was in jail. She told us, she said Philip's in jail, and I was waiting for his homeboy to come and drop off some money, but his homeboy didn't, so I got a GoFundMe. Jazz is true to this. She's not new to this. Her family, Philip and Jazz, had a baby shower for the twins. Y'all, I'm not lying. Jazz didn't get the items that she needed, so Jazz got a registry for her YouTube. She's not new to this. She's true to it. There's no shocking. It's we can talk about it because it's saying shake our head, but we don't get angry about it. We don't get outraged about it because that's what she does. All the time. Also, you can't just talk about Jazz without talking about love moments. That's how I know you're lazy. You want instant success on this YouTube. So let me tag along to everybody who don't like Jazz. I'm gonna tag along and I'm gonna support them so I can get. No, it don't work that way. You have to be on your own in this game. Fool Halls is not going to do it. Sorry, Fool Hall's not going to do it. I said what I said. Coming on here talking about Jazz is not going to do it. What are you good at? I know you're not good at talking about Jazz because you don't know Jazz history. Anybody can pull up Jazz history like that. They can tell you the date. They can swan her out alive from Jazz. Oh, there she go, lying again. Okay, she's telling the truth right here. Okay, yeah. I believe it. I give that $1. But you're lazy. That's the difference. So good luck with surpassing Jazz. Yeah, good luck with surpassing Jazz. But y'all, I don't know if y'all see her thumbnail. She does look like her, don't she? I was watching. I was like, oh my God, that's like. Well, it's The Witch from. Matter of fact, I love that movie, by the way. So that's a good step for you, Medusa. But it was The Witch from The Witches or Jimmy Neutron's teacher, Miss Fowl. I don't know which one it was, but I might do another one. You never know. But y'all, I got to go. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.